Hello, good morning. Yes, it's morning, and welcome to another beautiful edition. Hello, Africa, wake up! Now it's been years since I've gone live. I've said anything about what is going on in Africa as we speak. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say right now is that we are losing our continent as a people. We are so divided. We are one of the most divided people in the world. Okay. Now, what we need to understand is that it's time that we wake up, and there are some reasons I'm going to say that. But before I go on, I would like us, I would like us to watch a video. I'll share my screen, watch a video, and then I'll talk about what is going on in Africa, what are they doing to us, and what is going on as African people. Okay. So as we go on, I'm sure people will start joining as we go on. We talk around. Please share the video. Let's hit a lot of likes, and there's a reason why this is so important to me. Okay. Right. Please. So I'm trying to share the screen, the video. Let's see what happens. Okay. Okay. So sorry, I'm having a problem. Okay. All right. So let's go on. Okay. All right. I'm trying to get the video playing, but it's not coming. But what I'm trying to talk about is the issue about homosexuality. That's the first thing that we're going to talk about. Homosexuality, LGBTQ plus coming to Africa and trying to impose their ideology on us. Now, it's time we wake up. Now, the reason why I'm saying is that I feel that your sexual orientation is not right. It's actually a behavior. It's like me eating banku and okra soup, and then people saying that banku and okra soup is the best food in the world, and then going to the United States and telling them I've passed the law in my country. Everybody has a right to eat banku and okra soup. Nobody should choose. And so because of that, everybody in the world should eat banku and okra soup because that it's what is good. Okay. Now you cannot stand up and then have somebody bring their cultural preference, their sexual preference. I don't call it a right. It's a preference. You want to chop somebody's duna, and that's up to you. You see botos, and you're entering into an asshole. That's up to you. But there's a lot to be said when we sit down and a few people decide that this is what the world should accept. A few people out of the many, since we say we're a democratic world, we do not vote, we don't do anything. People go to court and they are given the right to pursue something that they think is right. So that's what brings me to my next question. Right now, does that mean that if I want to have sex with small boys, okay, you people saying that pedophilia is bad, but that's my sexual preference. I want to have sex with little children. Yes, I like 10-year-old girls, 12-year-old girls, and I go to court and fight tooth and nail, and then the court gives a right for people to have sex with small kids. Is that not how it's going now? Now people are going to court to find out they want to have sex with dogs and they are winning that right. That's their sexual preference. Now you see what the world is going to. There are some things that are not fundamental human rights. Now, if Africa is going to fall to the point that will not be able to rise again. Now the reason why I entitled this video today as Africa should unite is because of what is happening. Now, the white man comes and dictates what we have to do. The white man tells you what you need to do. The white man tells you that this is bad. From the beginning, from the first time they landed in their ship on our shores, they had told us that we had divided us. In the beginning, nobody knew that they don't know that this person is better, whether this person is gay, this person is not gay, that person is sorry, let me take it again. All right. In the beginning, they did not say that we do not know whether this person. We don't know anything about the trip. In Ghana, let me take for in Ghana for example, we don't know anything about Tribune thieves or these people are seen these people as bad people. When there was a chief, a king, and he has an ideology in Africa in those days, and he wants to spread the ideology to unite the people under one flag, he knows he will meet with resistance, so he goes with war. And during the war, he doesn't kill the people that are there. He unites them under a banner to try and get a united empire that can be prosperous and very powerful. That's why they go to war to unite people. Okay, we did not go to war to kill people and take over the land. It was unity because they knew there was strength in unity. That time they did not know that this person speaks ever or tree, but it's just that we're uniting you. Even if you speak ever, come join us. I'm conquering you. Am I right? And I'm uniting you under a banner. Okay. Now, white man comes to our land. Then to conquer us, he saw that there's the only way to conquer them is to divide them. Now, what do we do? What do we do? You tell this person, you see, you are you are what you call it? You are a Hutu. Hutu, you are very good. You see, if you are fighting for independence, when we are living, you are the right person. I'll give power. The Tutsis, they are too no. You know, they know they feel like they know and all that. We don't like the Tutsi, don't like the Tutsis. So they pitch you against each other, and you stupidly accept. Now, like what is going on in Nigeria? Let me use Nigeria for example. Okay, I'm half Nigerian myself. My Nigerian people, it's time for you to wake up and smell what the white man is doing to you. They're telling you that they'll come to you and tell you, oh, the Igbo people said you are bad. Yeah, Yoruba people, you are lazy, you are dirty, yeah, you are not good enough. They cannot work with you, they cannot stay with you people. Then the Yoruba people, one man goes to Yoruba man and tells the Yoruba man that yes, yeah, the Igbo people, the Yoruba people say you Igbos are killers. Only the know is murder. You sit down there and you smell and all sorts of things. You see what they're doing? They are making us disunited. Why is it okay for there to be a United States of America and there not to be a United States of Africa? I'll tell you one of the first reasons. It's because they are afraid that when Africa unites, they will dictate the market of the world. Let me tell you why I'm saying that. Africa holds all the major resources in the whole world. Do you hear what I'm saying? Let me take it again. Africa owns all the major resources in the whole world. Now, if we form a united Africa, we come united and forget all that thing about what language you speak, which tribe you are, because we all have the same color of the skin. All have the same color of the skin. We forget that. This is the first video in the series. Every weekend I'll come up with video on Africa Unite. If we forget that, we start trading with each other. Kenya brings beans or something and brings it and sells it in Ghana. Ghana takes its things and sells it. We come states and we are sharing all our resources. Then we come up people with refineries. We share it within ourselves. Now, when the white man wants to come and take anything from us, we dictate how much they pay us, and they have to pay us in our currency. And you know what that's for our economy? It grows very fast. Now they saw that we have timber, we have bauxite, we have diamond in abundance, we have gold, we have cocoa. Come on. It's time to wake up and see what they're doing. They put incompetent leaders to lead us so that they can divide us more and tell you that this is the right person to lead because he's from this tribe and we all follow him because he's from that tribe and he's doing the wrong thing, so we don't want to say it because he's my tribesman. Now we're playing what is called tribal partisan politics. It's time we stand up as Africans. I look at us and I cry because we have the potentials. Okay? Before the white men came, we were building structures that you don't need mortar. We had irrigation. We had paved roads. Contrary to what they say, if you go to the old, if you go to the ruins of the old Ghana Empire, you find that the ruins had a water system that was taken to all houses, but before even a white man thought about it. In those days, on the streets of England, they used to throw feces. During the Dark Ages, they would throw feces on the street. They did not have a way to dispose. African people knew before then that it's not good to keep feces around the community so that it will not cause sickness. And yet you're telling me that you think they are better than us. So everything they say, they'll put it, everything they'll say, then we'll act on it. Secondly, on this LGBTQ issue, we should not be forced to accept somebody's opinion. Now, let me say something. If somebody can prove to me that the ass, if you're a guy, you're having sex with somebody's ass, you're going through the anal, going straight to the, sorry for my language, sorry, you're going through the anal cavity, and that's the right thing to do. If you can prove that to me, okay? If you can prove that to me, I'll not have any problem with you. Now, why is that some people have problems in their later life? Now, let me show you this. Scientifically, the sphincter, the anus, or the anus, is designed in such a way it's supposed to allow things to come out. It doesn't take things in. All right? It doesn't take things in. And the more it takes things in, like from outside, external into in the internal, it makes the tightness or the capacity to hold something in loose. It's supposed to be able to release something, and then you're spoiling that natural sequence because you believe that that's what you are. Your behavior, the way you behave, the way you're doing your sexual preference is causing that to happen. Then you start having problems in your later life. Then you blame it on society. Now, I don't want to talk about religion and all that. I'm just basing it on what is right, morality and natural law. The natural law dictates, in the natural law has prepared things that are right and what you're supposed to do. It has prepared in a manner. Now, when you start doing that, going against the natural law, and you can't start accepting what is not natural, you end up having people that tend to become confused. Now, every other year, new things are coming out. Before we started, it started with the gays and the lesbians. Now we have the queer, what we call the, is it queers or something? I'm going, yeah, queer now. They have the queers, yes. And now we have the transgender. People that were born, they say they were born in the wrong body. They are actually women in a man's body. Come on, how is that possible? If you're a woman, you don't have a dick, but you have a dick. Are you telling that nature is confused? Seriously, how can nature become? I'm sure that you're confused yourself. Come on, we're becoming so confused as a human. We are leaders. We are the top apex predators. We are the ones that are in charge. If the ones that are in charge is having problems, we as humanity, we as people, we start having problems. We have start out showing the corruptness in it. It seeps down into nature, and then nature becomes perverse. Why is it that if that's not the way you are and you go and change your gender, why do you have to take hormonal drugs for the rest of your life to be able to stay that way? Because the moment you stop, you will revert back to the natural way you are supposed to be. You can never hide it. It's time that we see what is right. We need to change the way we think and stop condoning people that are mad. Somebody is going mad, his way of thinking is going out of way, and we take it as norm. That means we should allow the mad people to roam this, to start staying in our houses and stuff, and start giving them rights. It's a madman is on the street. A madman is on the street, okay, and then we decide, okay, he's not mad, he's not mad. We want him to join society because that's, oh, he has every right. The person is mad. We need to take them to asylum, treat them, and change the way of thinking. That's what we used to do in those days. But now we allow them to roam the street and do whatever he likes. Because I used to watch movies when I was young. When a man starts doing things and start wearing lipsticks on his mouth and putting on wig, that means he's going mad. And this is what I'm saying. Africa, there is still hope. No matter how much they divide us, there's one thing we have. That's hope. That's why we still stand by what we believe. Sorry. And I want us as Africans not to forget that. It's high time we put our petty tribalism away. We were once one people. We did not know demarcations. We did not know lines until they came and drew the lines for us. We did not know we could walk to any place. I remember the stories of people from Ashanti walking all the way or traveling all the way to the Oyo Empire. Nobody stopped them. They went to trade with the people in Oyo. They saw them as a different tribe, but on the same land. But they never had that thing, that demarcation, that feeling that, oh, we are better than this, we are better. They never had that feeling. I could go from anywhere, walk anywhere. I did not need any passport. And now you white man comes to tell me that I don't need to go to this place again. And what does that tell you of the people? Now they removed all the competent leaders and they placed incompetent leaders that know nothing. That their IQ is that of a small child. I'm really sorry for saying that, but that's the truth. I know that I'm not getting a lot of viewers as of now, but this is just the beginning. And I know as I go on each weekend, I know the the thing I've started. I don't know. I've forgotten the word to use. Can you help me out? What do I say? I'm starting the movement. Sorry, I've gotten the word. The movement that I started will not end there. This is a call for my African brothers. It's only been 15 minutes since we started talking. I don't want to take a long time because this is at the beginning. It's only been 15 minutes. This is time. It's time for our African people to unite. It's time for us to stand up. It's time for us to come together. It's time for us to stop letting them to dictate what we need to know, what we need to do, how we need to act, and how to do it. It's time for us to band together. It's time for us to build a powerful Africa. We are stronger than we know. Let me tell you the truth. You know our melanin, the melanin we have, is one of the stronger attributes about us. The melanin we have is one of the stronger things about that makes us Africans. Okay, it's time now for us to start running away, to stop running away from our land to a foreign man's land, but come back home and develop our land so that they will run back here. It's time for us to stop making our place a mess. It's time for us to build it. It's time for us to stand in it. It's time for us to become what we are supposed to be. It's time to come back home. Let's make Africa a place where everybody wants to come to be. All our doctors, let's come back home. All our professors, scientists, it's time for us to come home. It's time for Africa to be great. This is a call. It's time. Let's stand tall. Let's do what is right. And let's believe in what is right. I don't have all the equipment. I'm just starting something, so you might see it's very dark. But as time goes on, as the movement progresses, it will rise and rise. I had a dream that Dr. Martin Luther had, that all black people will stand. It's time for our black brothers in the United States to stop killing each other on the street. Now, we say black life matters. That only matters when a white man shoots us down. It should start mattering when we shoot ourselves down. We should start hugging each other. Forget whether you're Bloods or Crips. It's time for you to look at your brother and smile. Why should a street demarcation determine whether I should kill my brother or not? Because I'm selling drugs. Come on, you should sell the drug and make something of your life and build up your street. I'm not saying you should not sell drugs. Sell the drug and build your society. God damn it, what's wrong with us? Do you hate yourself so much that you allow the white person to control everything? What are we doing? We don't like our country. We run to a white man's land that he use our resources to build and develop. And they sit down there and call us lazy. We run there and invest into their country. All the money we have, we give birth to children, and our children live there. All the big actors, black American actors, are of African descent. Why don't you come down there and let us build our own Hollywood? They built Hollywood and brought you in. Do you know Hollywood never had black people in it? They did not have black people in it. And recently they're having black people in it, and we're staying there. It is time to develop Africa. I don't care how long your ancestors are there. You are, which a color of your skin is black, you're an African. It's time. If you don't heed my call, I know one day you will. I know one day this message will go far and wide to everybody. I thank you for listening. I've tried for 20 minutes to start. As I go on, I'll bring you more evidence. I'll show you videos. And I'll show you things that tell you how they condition your mind to think. They let you believe that if you don't have a long straight hair, blonde hair, you're not nice enough. You need to have a curly hair, a lighter skin. So you wrap creams to make yourself look fairer. It happened to me. It happens to a lot of us. They make you think that the black skin is terrible. They paint Satan as a black guy with horns, and they paint Jesus with the blonde hair and blue eyes. What does that tell you? If you paint Jesus black, you say, no, that's wrong. Come on, man. What does that tell you? It's time to stop in the bottom and come to the top. Africa is the richest continent in the world, but they've made us fight each other to the point that we are poor as a people, whilst we have riches in us, embedded in our land. Come on. We have the most fertile soil. We have the most all the resources. Come on, and you're still fighting, killing yourself instead of uniting and trying to build it together. Because one person wants to be in power and be squandering money. See, I don't care about the money. I'm not doing this video to get more money, to get people to like me, to be voted as a president. No, I'm calling it. I'm doing this video to bring us, or to make us conscious. We are in a coma. We are comatose. We think we are independent. We are lying. You are not independent. They are pulling your strings. They are still controlling you. You are still being colonized in the background. Those guys in the power are controlled. They are all part of the secret society. And they are controlled. Even in the secret society themselves, they think they are still having power. They are being controlled in that secret society. They call it secret society because the white man holding the string to all the secret society. So what are you telling yourself? It's time to start that. And to all my presidents, my president brothers and sisters, even though you're corrupt, you know you're doing something that is going to damage your country, it's time to stop. You have the power now. Even though some people, some unscrupulous people helped you into power, you have the power to stand and start something. Be a martyr for the cause. It's time. I'm crying. I'm crying for Africa. This is a continent of so much abundant resources. They tell us that the world population is 8 million. I beg to differ. How did they know it's 8 million? Have they counted everybody in Africa? How did they know it's 8 million? With the amount of people dying, they're lying to us. So they'll say there's too much of a population and they'll put some stringent rules and stuff. All the people that are doing gay, how did they get pregnant? What are we talking about? It's time for us to start doing our own statistics. If my FPS, they say my FPS is too low. Yes, it's because I'm not using the correctors. Africa, let's unite. But Marley was killed because he sang that song. Because it was bringing awareness, making awareness. Let's not let the death of Patrice Lumumba, Kwame Nkrumah, Seko Sankara, those people, Namde Azikiwe, Obafemi Awolowo, I hope I pronounce it right, Mandela. See, you might not like him, but I believed what Mugabe was doing was right. He was trying to take the lands and give it back to the people. I believe in what Gaddafi was doing. Because anytime a president is doing what is right for his people, he's labeled a terrorist. Anytime, look at it. Why is it that when it is an African president, he's a terrorist because he's trying to save his people? Then you get people to go against the foolish people that don't think about their own people, then the future of their children. They're thinking about what they get in their pocket at the moment. They don't know that if the country is in disarray, you cannot enjoy the money they've been given to you. And you sit down there because they want to take your oil. You make sure they remove that guy. Come on. Do you think that the Russians will allow you to come and dispose Vladimir Putin? But then we sit down and fight against our own people. What is wrong with us? Open your eyes and see the truth. Open your eyes. I'm crying for Africa. I'm crying. I'm crying. It's tears. Tears are falling for Africa. It's time we stand up, please. I know the few will listen, the few who have joined. It's time for us to join together. It's time for us to stand together. It's time for us to do what is right. Thank you so much. God bless you. See you next weekend.